The title fooled you. I don't hate Brainrot, at least as much as the internet will make it up to be. Okay, we all know how this shit goes. Rapid, colorful gibberish that makes Gen Alphas go crazy, and absolutely nobody else. This we know, alright? Just nothing burgers that is purposefully designed to hook up as many 10-year-olds as possible and make it a quick, big buck. People in 1930. In 2025, we will have flying cars, colonize Mars, and have more ways to extend our lifespan. 2025, toilets coming out of heads, or heads coming out of toilets, or whatever. Alright, to the force. All my will, might, fighting spirit, where it manifests lightning, colorful air, and let my screams rip through all corners within the universe, and stack up all my points of the aura. Is back! I'm okay with this term, if it isn't being thrown around more than kids throwing toys out of the pram. Although this word existed even before Brainrot, and we used it just fine, but after COVID and the lobotomy known as 2022, using this word automatically comes with vibe booms. How am I supposed to tell my kids this used to be language? The fact that it's quantifiable is also hilarious. Something like plus 10,000 aura, plus 5,000 aura, plus 10 million aura. Like, we all know we can't directly see this aura thing. We just visualize it and feel it, right? I know this is for estimating and pinpointing how much aura you can get while doing activities, so I'm okay with it. But tell me, it's not tactile, right? People will say like you can just go and buy this in the supermarket and eat it. I'm not fond of how we use this word now, especially since the vibe it gave me is like saying, oh, you earned 1 water, 2 soap, 3 honey, 50 peanut butter. The word has lost its meaning. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. Okay, now, what is this? I even heard it as Baby Groot at first. You know, the tree from Guardians of the Galaxy? So he's one of those kids who at luck fell on their head, with fame fell on that same head a few moments later, therefore getting reputation and criticism alike. No offense, it kinda sucks to be in this kind of trope. I'm a firm advocate of people can only start to gain traction when they are aware of the world it can get you into first. Like how you sign up for a fashion career that had a meteoric rise to stardom, that kind. When a 10-year-old gets that kind of fame, just because some random meme they posted that slowly becomes a more complicated lore than FNAF, the type where his parents had to dictate their social presence, I'd imagine it would be very tedious and uncomfortable for the family. I know I'd feel that way if my brother popped up on YouTube the very next day. Is it worth it for a kid to be the eye of the storm for short-term fame and income, with the high risk of that kid to crumble under pressure, bullying, and other hazardous stuff that social media brings to him? If the answer is yes, good for you, but don't expect me to take this trope seriously or even with respect. Because he hasn't proven anything to me yet. He's too young to even conceptualize what he got himself into. More often than not, that kind of fame discombobulates him, along with the person responsible. So can you really blame me to not treat this with a funny, jokingly matter with a cautious and jaded way instead? Not like I have a problem with this kind of fame. In fact, I'll use it to the fullest potential, of course. But it's a bit discouraging and concerning that a kid on the other side of the globe could blow up beyond imagination just cause the internet stamped him a funny label that people can use it as a term, rather than, well, let's say myself, who puts days upon days to vocalize what I want, draw the visuals, researching the optimal equipment, the optimal setup, and after all of that, my videos are only for ants and lice to see. Because humans don't see it. Imagine that.
Baby, you got something in your nose. It's sniffing that K. Did you feel the hole?
This is one of the most confusing terms to me personally. Like, my brain usually catches on to new terms quickly, but when I see or hear this word, I instantly age 7 years. Like, what? Am I dumb when it comes to this one word? Did my brain disconnect its cables to kill itself when this word flies through my ear canal? Did I get a Winter Soldier flashback when this incarnation vibrates my eardrums and travels through my cochlea? Did Gen Alpha invented this word for the sole purpose of indoctrinating old folks like me? So answer me. Why the fuck does this word exist? Bruh. I just flipping say you stole my fucking fries. It's not that hard, bruv. Just cause the streamer does it doesn't mean that y'all Gen Alphas should jiggle this word all over social media like that. He didn't invent stealing people's food. Bro has been doing it before he did. Kurva. Wait a minute. How did the word tax came in? Is it supposed to mean that you tax your friend by stealing their food the same way that governments use the word tax to steal your money? It's just a drink, like it's got nothing to do with Brainrot. As a concept, I mean. So how did it pop off so much? I should have guessed that it's TikTok. Fucking TikTok, of course. Why do people bring back this app?
Last Christmas, I gave you my cat, but the very next day, it got phantom tax.
This is a hot take, but I think comparing to the unbearable stuff I had and had not went through, this is more acceptable. I use this word to piss off my siblings all the time, so I think it's not as bad. It's pretty fun, actually. One of the few words that I'll approve. Okay. There is one glaring issue. People love to use this word to refer to dump trucks. Same as Aura. Level 10 gear. Okay, time to stop this leveling up stuff. We don't want another leveling to win meme of the year or something. But overall, pretty solid word for a very solid part of the human body. Allow me to not talk about that. A simple premise. Do absolutely everything to make you the most attractive person on this God's Minecraft server we call Earth. I'm surprised people haven't invented this word long ago. It's weirdly convenient to let it fly out of your tongue. That's what I like about it. If it didn't have the Brainrot label, I guess I'd be comfortable using it. But it's Brainrot. So of course I gotta dunk the living shit out of it. I mean, if this is actually the new standard for every male, I'm gonna check myself. Women in that kind of society looks at me like looking at trash. And I'm gonna look at them like how a seagull looks at you. Dead in the eyes. Soulless. Not a bit of emotion. Because I know damn well I shouldn't take you seriously.
Don't leave.
Alright bro, I think this mewing trend is pointless. There, I said it. Like, I do it to play it off my friends when we're still at school, but bro, this meme looks dumb as hell. I see no purpose sliding your greasy finger along the mandible to elongate and look as goofy as possible. And why do people pair it with the like, dude, maybe I'm just a hater, or I don't understand the meme/trend well. But bro, you can't convince me that this moronic act is that overused. This is obnoxious before and after the Brainrot wave. Though the idea of a cursed area with weird ass creatures ripped straight out of Area 51 or the backrooms is actually a fun idea to play around, I must admit. And I'm aware of creators coming from that area that has capabilities and aspects that are borderline supernatural. That counts for something? Counts for something.
Can anybody hear me?
Man, shut your ass up, I'm recording. Actually, in my country, we have an equivalent version. I won't go into detail because I have to leak my nationality for that, and I want to keep that a mystery for now. As with the common theme of brain rot, this word lingers a gross aftertaste post-brain rot. I mean, if you spam words that has absolutely no meaning and slot the word Ohio in there, naturally it's gonna take the word and you just can't unsee it.
I just wanna be your.
What's up, guys? It's Quandale Dingle here.
I don't know what this meme is or where even to start, even after research. So is the whole gimmick just distorting a face that's originated from a basketball player? I'm confused because there's lore all around this meme. Well, there's a simple premise that's the distorted face. So I don't know if that's meant to be an insult or parody of somebody else's appearance or an ironic approach to media, or even if this is brain rot to begin with. What do you want me to expect? It's your average meme that blows up from God knows where and used by everybody. So I don't know. If you interpret the title and go, I expected a sophisticated take upon this fast-paced, brain-dead, content-farming slump and will end with a delicate and satisfying conclusive statement. There you go. That's your conclusive statement. I have the crudest build and I say whatever's on my mind, smart or not. To the point I imagine myself having a combat knife of the tongue to stab whoever that pisses me off. So watch yourself. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I hate this word with a passion. This is the petty type of hate. Something you have for your ex, you wish for your worst enemy. The biggest vendettas, the most generational amount of beef that is fueled from nuclear fission in the core of the sun. Okay, let me try and say the word. When I surfed Instagram and came across a post from a friend showing them doing letters with their fingers and go, what's this? P-U-K, no. You know what the worst thing about it is? There's no reason to it. Yep. No war flashbacks, no traumatic disorienting experience, no friends bantering you and calling me pooks. No one ever surrounds me or bombards me with it. Just pure, unfiltered, uncensored, illogical, irrational gag.
Treat me like white tees, don't get me dirty.
Okay, I'm gonna say this straight up. This is a single valid word that comes out of this mess. It's not even close. Like, why say, like, bro, this goofy looking ass homie is no game, bruh. His charisma is something that can only attract the meteors to make the race go extinct, bruh. If you can just go, bruh, this homie has no riz. Oh, W. Oh, life is so much easier with this word. Kai Cenat, you're the one, bruh. Okay, speaking of Kai Cenat, I saw comparisons of him to Shakespeare.
I think we have to accept the fact that Kai Cenat is the modern day Shakespeare. I mean, think about it. He's not only producing entertainment for the masses like Shakespeare was, but he's responsible for coining and popularizing so many new words like riz, gyat, huzz, and phantom tax. But more importantly, there are millions of people out there referencing those words by interweaving them into their daily conversations. That's because language is basically a bunch of cultural references stacked in a trench coat. When people in the 1600s were going around using the words bedroom,
There are loose connections, but that's it. Overall, the word riz, although it's overused, come on, bro. Gen Alphas be throwing every brain rot to them the same way as their parents throw their slippers at them after yelling skibbity toilet for the 1000th time. So it's valid. And if you say otherwise, you're a hater.
And is taking most of the screen. The blue tie kid. Now, the blue tie kid is the leader of this group of guys. He's always in the front. He's the center of attention. He shoves some of his peers away so he can be in the front. Everyone's looking at him, and the people around him is obviously looking for his approval. He's essentially the alpha male.
Yeah, that reaction is all you need to know. I mean, the name is specifically built to be as corny as possible. And yet there are people who actually devote their time and effort in utilizing their 5 senses to the max in order to solve the lore! When in reality it's just teens dancing in a party, or specifics in an environment that encourages them to dance. Aside from all the brainrot and mimetic usage though,
Special days.
to lessen in meme culture, we'll be pointing this out by the way. There's 16-year-olds recording themselves. Of course they're gonna sound cringe. Of course they're gonna try their best to become party animals. They're having the time of their lives, it seems. Nobody actually cares about how hard you party, or what moves you whip out on the dance floor. It's only when the brainrot terms and I decided to pan over them. That's when the image is heavily scrutinized.
Of course 16-year-olds are going to look weird dancing and jumping around to music, but it shouldn't stop them from having fun. It's a shame that in a world where everything is recorded and uploaded 24/7, it gets harder to be cringe in peace.
When you call people or what they do as cringe, and you realize they're actually having fun and enjoying the ride, and here you are, sitting behind a screen and judge, because that's all you can do? Ouch! Sigma, the 18th letter of the Greek alphabet. In the system of numerals, it has a value of 200. A wise sage named Wikipedia. Okay, way to start. This is the most viral Greek letter designation. Say that because there are other labels like you might heard of Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, Omega, but it's rather straightforward to see why Sigma is the most popular. You ever heard of Skibbity Riz Gamma? Level 10 Gatlux maxing blah blah blah? That's all I'ma say. Hey! What? What the? Hey! I'm down here! What? Oh, Tiny Me, what are you doing? You can't just leave people hanging like that. You gotta explain what the term Sigma male means. Where did you get this idea from? I don't know, just elaborate further? You know what, in courtesy of our little buddy right here, I'm gonna explain what a Sigma male looks like. Alpha males and Sigma males are quite similar when it comes to capabilities, just a difference on their way of going about their lives. While Alpha males go out and about in the spotlight, Sigma males are more like lone wolves. You always have the Batman acts alone mentality. Wait, hold up. Since it's Batman, I gotta nail this right.
Batman acts alone.
Mentality, and rather makes mistakes on their own rather than calling someone else for help. Wait, that profile sounds familiar. It's like reading my own profile out loud, bruh. They're mischievous, cunning, and very calculating. Still the same. Sigma males especially respect women, so that's where the trend comes from. Just need to do a rescuing action to a hole, do the Christian Bale emo, turn out. Boom! A multi-millionaire video was born. That's where the similarity stops. I don't want to save any woman.
My style is ridiculous.
And after letting the alphabetical order work its magic, we have conveniently reached the final boss. I swear this shit was all planned. I regard this as the official mark where Brainrot starts to take its form and becomes widespread, just as the franchise itself. And I can't believe I just regarded that heads popping out of toilets has its own franchise and universe. Seriously, what kind of backwards evolution does it secretly go through to have this as the biggest phenomenon at one point? And now apparently he's getting a movie directed by Michael Bay. Which, you know what? With CG, maybe a good plot. I hear it. He may pull it out of the bag like how he did Transformers. This meme forever ruined the song that I don't even know existed, has merch that sold for high profit, and it corrupted Gen Alphas and many more generations to come. The fuck? The blood is on your hands, babe. And when I mean they, I mean billions of lives. Dead, alive, or gonna be alive. You are the so much disgust. I can slander all I want for this shit, but I mean, if going forward and not setting ourselves back was the only thing humanity knew, there would actually be flying cars in 2025. The 2 world wars wouldn't happen, no nuclear bomb threats, no school shootings, no TikTok, and of course, no skibbity toilet. To be honest, I prefer to accommodate myself in this timeline. Call me crazy, but hypothetical ever-perpetuating society is just too bland to me. I'm sorry. This goes to Brainrot as a concept in general as well. I'm usually open when it comes to this. I'm always keen on expanding my vocab and knowledge to be linguistically invincible, and adding more diversity to my very known asset of vocalization. But I won't span this shit like how 10-year-olds do it every single day. They cross a certain line that got them a judgmental look from social media, therefore earning themselves the bad notion we know today. Oh no, I'm not all bugged when I encounter these words, except the fact that it makes me 40 years older than I am now. But I know better than just hypocritically judge kids just because of the term brainrot. After all, they ain't the only generation with brainrot. Even novels are considered brainrot back in the days with Shakespeare's and